What if your shopping cart was a vote for your values? For millions of Muslim women, it already is. In the vast landscape of global e-commerce, a powerful demographic is emerging. Muslim Generation Z women. Far from a niche market, these consumers represent the vanguard of a $3.2 trillion global halal economy. Their online shopping habits aren't mere transactions, they're sophisticated expressions of identity, values, and unparalleled market influence. For global brands and investors, understanding the why behind their buy is becoming a boardroom imperative. In the vast and intricate cartography of global e-commerce, a new continent of consumption is rapidly emerging. It is populated by a demographic that is young, digitally native, ethically conscious, and economically potent. Muslim Generation Z women. Far from being a monolithic or niche market, these consumers represent the vanguard of a $3.2 trillion global halal economy. Their online shopping habits are not merely transactions, they are a sophisticated expression of identity, values, and unparalleled market influence. For global brands and investors, particularly in the MENA region and beyond, understanding the why behind their buy is no longer optional, it is a boardroom imperative. The economic weight of this demographic is rooted in unassailable numbers. Islam is the world's second largest religion, with approximately 2 billion adherents globally. Crucially, 60% of this population is under the age of 30, creating a massive, digitally fluent user base that is actively shaping global culture. This is the connected generation Yaqeen was built to serve, a cohort that is highly educated, with internal data suggesting as many as 65% hold a university degree, a cohort that is highly educated, with internal data suggesting as many as 65% hold a university degree, and globally distributed, with users spanning over 120 countries. Their digital presence is not fleeting. Engagement metrics show an average session duration of over 8 minutes, signifying a deep commitment to finding meaningful content and products online. This is not a passive audience, it is a high-intent environment. An analysis of their spending reveals a pattern of consumption that is both modern in its execution and traditional in its principles. Several key verticals dominate their digital checkout. First is modest fashion. This multi-billion-dollar industry has moved far beyond stereotypes to become a global force in apparel. These consumers are seeking style that does not compromise on faith, driving demand for brands that offer contemporary, elegant, and faith-compliant clothing. This is complemented by a booming market for halal cosmetics and wellness products, a sector defined by its rigorous rejection of alcohol and animal-derived ingredients, aligning seamlessly with the global trend towards clean and ethical beauty. Second, and perhaps most indicative of their sophistication, is their engagement with halal fintech. The Yaqeen user profile highlights ethical finance as a top interest. This generation is not just spending, they are investing. They are early adopters of AI-driven tools for ethical investing, portfolio management, and zakat calculation. They actively use digital banking platforms, crowdfunding for social causes, and takaful insurance tech, demonstrating a desire to grow their wealth in line with their values. Finally, their spending extends to digital goods and services that enrich their lifestyle. This includes Islamic edtech, from AI-powered Quran recitation apps to online studies platforms, and a growing demand for family-friendly, curated content streaming services that offer an alternative to mainstream media. To understand what Muslim Gen Z women buy is only half the picture. The strategic insight lies in understanding why. Their purchasing decisions are overwhelmingly driven by a non-negotiable set of values. Authenticity is paramount. This consumer is acutely aware of inshallah washing, superficial attempts by brands to appear Muslim-friendly. They prioritize brand integrity and are drawn to platforms built on trust and scholarly verification. Every choice is a statement of identity. Furthermore, their consumption is deeply intertwined with a global consciousness. They are conscious consumers who favor sustainable goods and brands that demonstrate clear ethical practices. This extends to socio-political causes, where a brand's public stance and supply chain integrity are scrutinized before a purchase is made. They seek to connect with brands in a manner that is respectful, relevant, and culturally fluent, moving beyond stereotypes to build genuine relationships. The Muslim Gen Z woman is at the nexus of faith, technology, and the future of global commerce. She is educated, discerning, and commands significant economic influence. For investors and brands, the path to engaging this demographic is not through shallow marketing, but through a deep alignment of values. The data is clear. This is an audience that leads, innovates, and invests in brands that reflect its own commitment to excellence and integrity. The companies that succeed will be those that, like Yakin, recognize that trust is the ultimate currency and build their strategy accordingly. Ignoring this demographic is not just a missed opportunity. It is a fundamental misreading of the future of the global digital economy.